Welcome to lesson 7.9, Locating Fractions on a Number Line. Today you will need Math Journal page 240 and Math Journal page 241. Let's begin with some quick looks. What fraction is unshaded? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Quick look. What fraction is unshaded? You might have noticed 1/4 is unshaded. There are 4 parts in the whole, one of which is not shaded in gray. You might have also noticed that 3 are shaded and 1 is not. These are the different ways that you might have answered the question. Let's try another one. What fraction is unshaded in this quick look? 1, 2, 3. Quick look. Do you know what it is? That's right. 2/3 are unshaded, or 2 out of 3 pieces are not shaded. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Quick look. Oh, how many of you might need to look again? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Do you know what fraction is unshaded? What is it? Right. This circle is broken into sixths. 1 part is shaded, which means 5/6 are not shaded. Please go ahead and take out Math Journal page 240. We're going to do the top half of the page now. I'll read the directions and then you pause the video to give yourself time to solve. The whole is the distance from 0 to 1. Label 1/2 where you think it should go on the number line. If you have someone at home you can share with, you're welcome to do so. Here's where 1/2 should be on your number line. You might have used a few different strategies. For example, you might have saw 1/2 as the distance halfway between 0 and 1, making a tick mark and labeling it 1/2. You might have also started at 0 and traced along the line halfway between 0 and 1 and then labeled it 1/2. Put your thumb up if you tried one of these strategies. Great work! Now we're going to look at the number line for number 1 on the bottom of your page. What do you notice about this number line from the number line before? Here's the new number line. Here's the one before. How many holes does this number line have? 1, 2. How many holes does our new number line have? 1, 2, 3. Let's partition this number line. If I start at 0, how many halves do I have to travel? Or do I travel? I'm starting at 0. I'm staying on 0. How many halves do I travel? That's right. I've moved 0 halves. So I'm going to label this with the fraction 0 halves. Let's go down our number line to 1. How should I label this point? Again, my number line is broken into halves. How many halves represent one whole? That's right, 2 halves. If 0 is 0 halves and 1 is 2 halves, where is 1/2. Point to it on your paper or on your screen. That's right, 1/2 is in the middle. Each tick mark counts 1/2. Let's continue to label the rest of it. If this is 2/2, how many halves is this tick mark? Right, 3/2. Notice that our denominator is staying the same because the distance between each whole is still broken into halves, or 2 equal parts. So our denominators are staying the same, whereas our numerators are going up by 1 each time. Each time we count or add another half, we add 1 to our numerator. Here's 2, or 2 wholes. What fraction represents 2 wholes? Right, 4/2. Finish labeling your number line now. Perfect. Now let's look at the second number line on the bottom of the page. How many wholes does this number line have? 6. Let's count and label the wholes. Remember, each part doesn't have any smaller tick marks, so we're keeping it as the whole. The denominator is going to be 1 because it's separated into 1 equal part. So 0 would be 0/1. 1 would be 1/1. 2 would be 2/1. Go ahead and try to finish labeling all of the fractions on the second number line. Nice work! Remember to always look at the wholes on the number line to be able to partition or locate fractions correctly. Number lines with different whole numbers, like in number line 1 and number line 2, may look like they're the same distance, but you have to be careful to notice how it's really separated and the size of the whole. Again, the size of this whole is this big. The size of the first number line's whole is this big. This is no different than having a small pizza and a large pizza. If we wanted to see fractions that were equivalent using methods we tried last week, we want to make sure that the number lines also match up to the same whole. Take out Math Journal, page 241. Remember last week how we used fraction bars to partition a number line? For this page, we are going to partition each number line and label the fraction that's given to us. It says, hint, on some number lines, there is more than one whole. Again, it's really important to pay attention to the size and where the whole is on each number line. Let's look at number 1. If the whole is the distance from 0 to 1, how many wholes are on this number line? Right, this number line only has 1 whole on it. We have to find out where 1/3 is. The denominator, 3, is the size of equal parts in the whole. You can eyeball it, or you can use your fraction bars to be more precise. Go ahead and partition this number line into thirds. Great! You should have needed to draw 2 tick marks, dividing your whole number line into 1, 2, 3 equal-sized pieces. Let's touch our papers and count by thirds. 0/3, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. Now, label 1/3 on your number line. If you'd like, you can either label the fraction all by itself, or you can label all of the fractions and star where 1/3 is. It's your choice. Let's try number line 2. What hole does this number line go to? Right, this number line also goes from 0 to 1, so it is only one hole. The fraction we're looking for this time is 2/6. What is the denominator of this fraction? Right, so how many equal parts do we need to partition this number line into? Right, if the denominator is 6, then we need 6 equal parts. Pause this video and partition your number line into 6 equal parts. Did you do it? Count. Let's touch and count. We have 0/6, 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, and 6/6, or one whole. That tells me I did my partitioning correctly. Next, I have to label where 2/6 are on my number line. Again, 0/6, 1/6, 2/6. Try to complete the rest of this page now. Be sure to check the holes on the number line and the denominators for each fraction. When you are done, you can continue to practice comparing fractions by playing Fraction Top It on Connect Ed. You also need to complete your teacher's exit slip for the day. Good luck, happy partitioning, and watch out for those holes.